Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It has been a chaotic week. I am in the process of pre-filming because we're going out of town. I really haven't packed very much yet. Our house is a little bit of a disaster because our shower is not working, so we've had a contractor in and out. And honestly, I just want to sit down and hang out with you guys and chat about something fun. And I love talking about new makeup releases. So today we're going to catch up on all of the new makeup releases. There are a bunch that look really exciting, and a lot of them are coming out just in time for the upcoming Sephora VIB sale. So I wrote down a list of some products I wanted to talk about. I took a couple of screenshots, but normally I do have all of the info right in front of me, so I'll make sure to put the price information, the release date, links to the products in the description box below because I don't have all of it. This is a little bit of a sporadic video. I just decided to film it not too long ago. I'm sitting in front of a window. I lowered the blinds, but I still feel like I might be a little bit washed out, but I figured since we were just talking about makeup, it would be okay for today's video. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you are having a good week. Let's jump into it and we'll start talking about products. First thing I wanted to mention, I was scrolling through Sephora's website just looking at the new releases, and I saw that there is a new Tower 28 duo available. So I wanted to mention this because I know a lot of you guys have been curious to try their blushes and their lip glosses, and this actually comes with one of their new lip glosses and one of their blushes. If I didn't already have the blush, I would have totally purchased this duo, but for $26 you get a full-size blush in the shade Magic Hour, and then you also get a full-sized lip gloss in the shade Pistachio. I do have the blush in the shade Magic Hour. It's a really beautiful like pinky nude. I like this formula a lot because it stays in place so well. You can definitely build it up to get more of a pigmented look, but for me it's more of like an everyday type of blush. You can see pictures on the models on Sephora's website. I'll actually put some on the screen for you guys, but it is a gorgeous color. The new lip jelly in the shade Pistachio is on my list for the Sephora VIB sale. I don't know if I'll pick it up. I need to narrow my cart down a little bit, but I do really like that formula. I have one right here actually. I have the shade Cashew. I'm not wearing it today because I was kind of going back and forth between Cashew and then the Persona E-Balm, which is what I went with. But Cashew really is like my go-to everyday nude lip gloss. It's just such a comfortable formula. It's really hydrating. It looks super glossy. It's not a long-lasting formula, but I don't mind reapplying throughout the day. So I love this duo. I think it is the perfect option for spring. If I didn't have the blush, I totally would have picked this up, but I wanted to mention it to you guys because it's a $34 value. You can grab it during the VIB sale, get a little bit of a discount, and I think it's a really great deal. The next thing I want to mention is that e.l.f. Cosmetics has a new collection. They were kind of teasing this on Instagram, and it's a collaboration with Dunkin Donuts. I think it's super cute. They've definitely been into like these sweet food-themed collections. They did Mint Melt, they did Cookies and Dreams, now they have this one, and it's going to be available on March 31st, which is the day this video is going up. So I'll link their website below if you guys want to check it out, but it's coming to Ulta as well on April 3rd, online and in stores. Okay, so let's take a look because they just revealed these photos. So it looks like there is an eyeshadow palette set that comes with 3 of their bite-sized palettes for $16. I really like the pink one. I don't know if they're going to be sold separately because I would totally grab that little pink one, but it looks like you can get all 3 of them together as a set. There's also a donut putty primer. I bet that smells really good. They did a cookie scented putty primer during the Cookies and Dreams collection, and the texture was actually a little bit better than the original. I don't know if that was on purpose, but it was like extra smooth, really creamy, and then it had like a little bit of a subtle vanilla scent. So I assume this one will probably be pretty similar. And then there is a coffee lip scrub, which sounds really good. They also did a lip scrub for the Cookies and Dreams collection that I loved. And again, that felt a little bit better than their normal lip scrub. It was a little bit softer. So I actually do use that. And the coffee one sounds fun. It looks like there's a few lip glosses, some brushes, a donut face sponge. That's cute, but I don't know how practical the shape of that sponge would be. I think it's a fun collection. You guys know that I love e.l.f., so I'll probably pick it up so I can film a video. I just think it would be a fun collection to play around with. But if you guys are interested in checking it out, I'll link it in the description box below because it will be available by the time this video goes live. So I don't know if I'll get my video up before it hits Ulta stores because I don't think I'll have it in my hands yet, but I'll probably still film a video using it just because it is a cute collection. A couple of exciting eyeshadow palettes that I wanted to talk about. First of all, it looks like Mel Cosmetics is releasing the Gemini II palette. It's going to be available for $58. It has 10 new shades, mattes, 2 shimmers. Okay, there's only 2 shimmers, which automatically makes me probably knock it off my list because I do tend to prefer more shimmers than mattes. But I will say the colors are really beautiful. There are rich, sultry rose tones, deep wines, and then a couple of moss shades as well. It looks like they're also bringing Gemini 1 back, which I don't think I realized was discontinued, but I know a lot of people did enjoy that one, or a lot of people have said they wish they could still get their hands on it. That has some really beautiful neutrals, some pretty greens. The thing is, when it comes to Mel Cosmetics, their quality is so inconsistent. Their color stories are gorgeous. Their palettes really are beautiful, but I just hear so many mixed reviews on the quality. And even me, like myself, I've purchased a couple of their palettes and they haven't always performed super consistently. So that is one thing that really holds me back from the brand, especially because their palettes are a little bit more expensive. But I have to say, the Gemini 2 palette is really gorgeous. I actually like 2 better than 1. I feel like there's just more variety. I love the rosy tones, the greens. I also feel like the palettes would probably pair really well together. So if you already have Gemini 1, I feel like Gemini 2 would just be a really beautiful complementary palette. I will be skipping over this one just because, number 1, it does have so many matte shadows. Number 2, there's another palette that has a similar color story that I like a little bit better. But what do you guys think? Do you plan on picking it up? Are you excited for that? I feel like this is a really good release for Mel Cosmetics. It definitely makes sense. I forgot to mention this is going to be available on Friday, April 1st. It actually looks like there are a lot of makeup products releasing on April 1st, including this one that I am really excited about. I think I'll probably pick this up. It is the new Major Dimension 2 Rose Eyeshadow Palette by Patrick Ta. I do have the original Major Dimension palette and I do love it. It is a little bit more of an expensive palette. It is $68, which was a splurge for me. I did get it on sale, but it does look like it's going to be available during the Sephora VIB sale, which will be the perfect time to pick it up. First of all, I just love the way that these palettes are laid out. There is a row of shimmers, a row of mattes, and then 2 cream shadows that you can use as like a base shadow. With the original one, the matte shadows are very blendable, really easy to work with, and the shimmers just look really intense and pretty on the eyes. They had an interesting texture. A lot of them are a little bit more of like a chunky shimmer, which doesn't sound appealing, but they look so pretty on the eyes. And honestly, whenever I wear that palette, I get so many compliments on my look, even if it is just like a very basic neutral look. The only other formula that I really purchased at that price point is Natasha Denona, and it's interesting because the formulas are very different. Natasha Denona's matte shadows are a lot more, they're just very creamy. They're very blendable, soft on the eyes. Patrick Ta's are more pigmented, so I feel like you go in and you get a really intense look. If you go in with a light hand, you can get a softer look too. And then Natasha Denona's shimmers are just so soft and again, very creamy, very smooth, whereas Patrick Ta's have more texture to them. But I don't know, the Major Dimension palette is definitely one of my top neutral palettes. And honestly, I love the rosy tones in the Major Dimension too. So I think that I will grab it during the Sephora VIB sale. It just looks like a palette I would get a lot of use out of, especially because I've had such a good experience with the first one. So what do you guys think? Do you like the Mel Cosmetics Gemini 2 or the Major Dimension 2 better? They're kind of similar. Obviously, Major Dimension 2 doesn't have those green tones, but as far as rosy shades go, I like this one better. I also like that there are a lot more shimmers. So Fenty Beauty has a new palette as well. This is not an eyeshadow palette. This is actually a bronzer and highlight palette. It's going to be available on March 31st for $48. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Sephora's website on March 31st as well, but if it is, I'll link it below. I feel like there are a lot of new releases coming out just in time for the VIB sale, which I love. I'm so glad they're not waiting until after the sale to release all of these products. So it looks like this palette comes with 2 different shimmery highlight shades and then 5 different matte shadows that you could use to highlight, contour, bronze the skin. I do think it is a pretty palette. For me, I feel like a contour palette just isn't super practical these days. I tend to use 1, maybe 2 bronzer shades, but I don't need like an entire palette full of them. I do think it would make a really pretty eyeshadow palette if you are into matte shadows and you like neutrals, and then those 2 shimmers are pretty too. And I think the swatches look really nice, but I feel like practically it's probably not going to appeal to a ton of people as a bronzer and highlight palette unless you're a makeup artist or you do like to, you know, have a couple of different options to mix and match. I remember when like bronzer, contour, highlight palettes were all the rage years ago, and I did have a few in my collection, and there were like 1 or 2 shades that I would use consistently, and then the rest would pretty much go untouched. So if you're a makeup artist or you do like to have a variety of options, it could be a good option. I don't know if I've ever tried the Fenty bronzer formula. I kind of feel like maybe I tried it when it first came out, but I don't think so. I don't have any memory of trying their powder bronzer. So if you guys have tried it, what do you think of the formula? I know a lot of people said the Milani matte bronzer was very similar to that, and I didn't have a good experience with the Milani one, so I think that's maybe why I skipped over the Fenty one. But I do think the palette is pretty. If I was really into like neutral eyeshadow, and I am, but if I really needed a new neutral eyeshadow palette, I might grab it, but not as a contour palette. ColourPop has a new collection launching on March 31st. It is the Extra Celestial Collection. It is 100% vegan, and there's a new lip gloss formula and then 3 palettes as well. So the lip gloss formula is their So Glassy lip glosses. When I first saw this photo, I thought those were liquid metallic shadows. I think ColourPop did liquid shadows a while ago, or am I making that up? I swear I had some. Yeah, they did. I can picture them in my mind, right? I feel like now I need to Google it because I'm not sure. They did. They had the Supernova shadows. They came in like the packaging that was very similar to their lip glosses. I thought those were so pretty, but they did separate very quickly. So these kind of look like liquid shadows. If they were liquid shadows, that would be amazing because the colors are so pretty, but they're actually lip glosses. And then there are 3 9-pan eyeshadow palettes in the clear plastic packaging. I know some people like that, some people don't. Each one does come with a Super Shock shadow, a tie-dye Super Shock shadow, which I think is so much fun. I love the tie-dye Super Shock shadows. I just think they're really cute. They always look so pretty on the eyes. And then it looks like for the most part, they are neutral eyeshadow palettes. I think it's a cute collection. I like the colors in the palettes. The lip glosses look pretty. This collection definitely appeals to me more than their other recent releases. So I think I might try one of the lip glosses. And if I do get it in the mail as PR, I can definitely try the palettes, do a look, review them for you guys. But what do you think? Are you into the clear plastic packaging, or do you prefer the cardboard? I like their cardboard packaging. Obviously, it's going to be better for the environment, especially with how much they release. They release a ton of products. I think the clear plastic packaging, I can't say that for some reason. I think it's pretty. It looks a little bit more minimalistic. A lot of brands do it, but when it comes to ColourPop, their clear plastic packaging, I'm not going to say it again, is not very sturdy. I have some of the quads in similar packaging, and whenever I've traveled with them or put them in a makeup bag, one of the shimmer shadows inevitably shatters. So I feel like it's not very sturdy when it comes to ColourPop. I can't get my words out surrounding this topic for some reason, so I'll link the collection in the description box below and we'll move on to the next one. It looks like Charlotte Tilbury has a new Pillow Talk collection. So at this point, I feel like I haven't tried a ton from the brand. Like in the past, I did try a lot of Charlotte Tilbury products, but I feel like over the past year or two, they've blown up even more, and now I see them everywhere. There are so many Charlotte Tilbury products that are super hyped up on TikTok, on YouTube. So what are your favorites? Do you guys love the brand? You know, in the past when I've tried the products, there have been some really great options, but I feel like for the most part, it just felt a little bit overhyped, and I was able to find a lot of drugstore alternatives. This new Pillow Talk quad looks really pretty. It comes with 4 rosy tone shadows, but I also feel like for that point, or for that price point, I'd rather just go with the Patrick Ta palette, spend a little bit more and get more options. But people do love Charlotte Tilbury, so you guys will have to let me know what your favorites are if I'm missing out. I do feel like Charlotte Tilbury is with Pillow Talk what Too Faced is with the Sweet Peach line, what Urban Decay is with the Naked line. They keep releasing more and more under that line. And I do feel like they've had 85 Pillow Talk collections. I do have the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in the shade Pillow Talk, which is really pretty. I do like it. I won't say it's like my most used shade though. So for me, I think that's probably part of the reason why I don't really buy into like the Pillow Talk hype, but that eyeshadow palette is really pretty. I don't know, I feel like I just have a hard time justifying the price point when I can spend a little bit more and get more options and more variety from a brand like Patrick Ta, which is probably very similar in quality. But let me know if you guys are interested in checking out this collection. It is available. I'll link it in the description box below. So Dose of Colors actually has a new eyeshadow palette, which is really nice to see. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen any releases from Dose of Colors, although I did talk about them not too long ago in a purchase or pass video. But there is a new 5-pan eyeshadow palette, and in the past when I've tried these, I've really liked them. This one is the Baked Browns 2 palette. It's available on March 31st, and there are 5 neutral brown shadows. This formula is very, very blendable, super easy to work with. In the past when I've tried it, it's been one of the most powdery formulas I've tried, but it was so great for like quick and easy looks. And it's been a while since I've had one of these 5 pans in my collection. I won't be buying this because I do have a lot of neutral brown eyeshadows, you know, already in my collection. But if you love Dose of Colors, that one is going to be available on the day this video goes live, so I'll link it below. Also, I do like their updated packaging. I think they did that a while ago, but I just think it makes the palettes look really nice. It's very modern, a little bit more elevated. I feel like it's getting a little bit cloudy, so I'm sure the lighting is changing just a little bit. but I'll try to speed this along and wrap it up soon. There's another cheek palette release from One Size by Patrick Starr. I feel like I always say that for some reason. I haven't tried anything from this brand yet, but I think that these are really cute. So it looks like there are blush trios. These are the Cheek Clapper blush trios. The names are really funny. They retail for $36 each, and the colors are pretty. It looks like there are different textures within each trio, and there are just really pretty coordinating shades. And then there are also bronze and sculpt trios for $36 as well. Based on this photo, it looks like the cheek products might have like some shimmery shades in them, but the bronzers are all mattes. So if you guys are interested in checking these out, I'll link them below. It looks like they're coming soon to the Sephora website, or I think April 1st as well. Looks like there are a ton of products dropping on Sephora's website on April 1st. Like I said, I haven't tried this brand. I probably won't pick one of these up, but I do think that the blush trios look really pretty. Definitely interesting. Like in the initial photo, they look kind of mini, so I wasn't sure if you'd be able to like fit your brush in them very well, but I'm on the One Size Instagram page and they're a little bit bigger. You can see an actual video with someone using them, and I like them. I like the idea behind them. You could probably use those on the eyes too. They're really pretty. It will probably be a pass for me, but if you guys try them, I would love to hear your thoughts, or if you've tried anything from the brand in general. I feel like I've heard good things about their powder foundation. I think there's a powder foundation that I've seen in a couple of videos. I was looking through the new releases on Ulta's website. Buxom has a new limited edition collection. It's their Tipsy Scoop full-on plumping lip creams. There are 4 different options inspired by Tipsy Scoop's liquor-infused ice creams. And the colors look really pretty. I do love Buxom's lip gloss formula. These were just on sale during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. I didn't pick anything up because I just did a lip gloss declutter, and I'm going to try to focus on using what I have for the time being. But if you're interested in checking these out, I'll link them in the description box below. They probably smell really good too. I think it would have been really fun if they did a set with like 4 minis instead of 4 full-size ones, so you could have a variety of options. But I do love Buxom glosses. I also wanted to share that I saw these Ulta Beauty actually released eyeliners, and these just looked really pretty for spring. These are the Color Punch automatic eyeliners. They retail for $8 each, and there are like a variety of different colorful shades, a blue, a pink, a green. So if you're looking for a really pretty pastel that's a little bit more affordable, this might be a great option. I also saw the new Pacifica Kind Tinted Serum is now available at Ulta. I've seen a couple of people talk about this. I did see it at my local Target, but they only had a couple of shades. It looks like on Ulta's website they have 8, and I'm assuming it's a very, very light coverage product that can kind of be adaptable, so they probably wouldn't have a ton of options, but I personally haven't tried this. I just think it sounds like a nice product. It's a tinted serum that has skin-loving ingredients. It's supposed to give you a natural dewy finish, and Pacifica is cruelty-free and vegan. I haven't really been into tinted moisturizers, super light products like this lately, but I do feel like around the spring, a lot of people tend to reach for those, and there are some high-end brands coming out with very similar products. So if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, that could be a good option for you. I'll link that one below if you guys want to check it out as well. The last thing I wanted to share is that there is a new Kylie Cosmetics Kendall collaboration. It looks like this is round 2. There's a lip gloss, a cheek quad, matte lip crayons, and also an eyeshadow palette. I think the packaging is really pretty. It's very soft, really nice for spring. The cheek palette looks nice too, and the crayons do too. The eyeshadow palette is pretty underwhelming. It looks like a fully matte palette. This collection is going to be available on April 6th on their website. I don't know, the promo photos are gorgeous. The packaging is so beautiful, but the actual shades inside just feel a little bit underwhelming. They don't feel super springtime appropriate, and obviously, you know, you can wear whatever you want during the spring, but I think based on the packaging, I was expecting to see like soft purples, some lavenders, some shimmer shadows, and it's like a fully matte palette with shades that I would typically wear during the fall. I know some people love Kylie Cosmetics, a lot of people don't. I have to say, when the brand first came out, it felt like they did release a lot of really beautiful, interesting products, but these days they feel kind of underwhelming. So I think just based on that initial photo, I thought it was going to be a little bit more exciting, but if you're interested in checking out, it will be available on April 6th. Okay, I think I will end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I think this video is a little bit all over the place. My brain is very scattered and the lighting was like in and out, but I just love sitting down and talking about makeup. I feel like it's very therapeutic. So thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I will link everything that I talked about in the description box below. I have a new declutter video coming soon, a new favorites video coming soon. I just uploaded a new vlog video if you guys want to check it out and kind of hang out with me for like a week in my life. But I really hope you guys have a great weekend, that you get some beautiful weather, get to go outside and just relax. I will see you guys on Sunday with a new video. Bye.